Humiliation.
These nuts. Ha! Got him! Ha!
Any questions?
Yes. Are you going to finish that croissant?
That's a lot of damage!
Ooh!
Here comes a new challenger!
Prepare to fight. Wicked sick. Das ist ein guter Anfang.
Hey guys, my name is BobLyn and welcome back to another video. Today we're playing the Schlieffen and I'm in game here with my good friend Saha. Yeah, I got a great game for you guys in the Schlieffen and I've been playing this ship quite a lot ever since I got it. Yes, I wailed for it and I did that because this line, I've been waiting for it ever since it got released on PC, and it's nothing more than, you know, what I expected. It's not a disappointment. It's actually better than I expected. I was kind of worried that they were gonna do the Petro and the Goliath service for it, and just make it utterly terrible. But I think they nailed it on the head with this one. The Schlieffen gets 8 420mm guns. The two front turrets as well as the rear turret are, well, super firing, of course. The rear turret is 360, but the third one, the one closest to the funnel in the rear, is not 360. So It's actually very good for turning and, you know, brawling, and that's good because it's what you're gonna do in this ship. It also gets 10 torpedoes on each side, Elbing torpedoes. They go 10.5 kilometers with my build, and they're great for chucking down channels such as the one here on this map, and they're awesome for brawling. I use them all the time. They might be slow, but you know, sometimes you hit something and you know, sometimes you don't. The main thing with the Schlieffen, the cream of the crop, is the secondaries. You get the best secondary suit in the whole game, and you get secondary overload 3. You also get sonar 2, you get 3 uses of that, just, you know, standard German. And yeah, the secret gimmick this ship comes with, and the whole line, I think, is the, you know, the ability to change ammo type with your manual secondaries. That is extremely good because you can, you know, if I'm fighting a DD, I can use AP with my secondaries. If I'm fighting a BB and I just want to set a lot of fires in conjunction with auto secondaries, I can do that. And I'm going to show you guys, you know, how I do it in this game, because we're going to fight a lot of BBs. Now, yeah, we got this Shimakaze here bot, he's down, and that's pretty much all the damage we're going to do to bots in this game. Here comes our first challenger, and it's a Vermont who's, I don't know why, but he's pushed up way too far. And he's gonna get punished for that now. So, on my Schlieffen, I'm gonna put up my equipment and set up here. I use secondary overload, of course, in mod 1, and then I use steering. And then in my third slot, as you can see, I'm using surface detection. Now, why do I use surface detection? That's because with a full concealment build, that means supplies, camo, and the third equipment slot, you can get your surface detection down to your manual secondaries range with a full secondary build. That means as soon as you detect somebody, your manual secondaries are in range. That's extremely good. That's a lot more firepower than just your main battery. If you then activate your secondary overload, your auto secondaries will overlap, as well as your manual secondaries. They will overlap your surface detection. That means you could essentially be firing at somebody while being undetected. Yeah, that's pretty OP. It's not gonna happen all the time, but for me it makes this ship a lot more flexible and easier to play. You might also see that I put Hipper on here. Hipper was previously on Preußen, because Preußen is also great at brawling. But since this is even more of a brawly ship and secondary focused, I put my Hipper on here, and he's gonna stay here. Yeah, I just completely annihilated this Vermont, as you saw. That didn't really take any effort. He didn't really stand a chance, but to be honest, he was in way too deep. He was not supposed to be there, and I'm seeing a Thunder and a Montana push up, as well as the Summers in our base. So yeah, it's time to clean up. But before we do that, we're just gonna send our Sea Mines, Sea Mines Express out here towards the CV. It's just a bot, so he won't even be moving. And yeah, this is gonna be a lot of damage, you guys. We're not even close to being done yet. So the Schlieffen is right now it's honestly my favorite ship. It's so much fun to play, and if you can manage to maneuver and position yourself in the correct way, the ship will actually do everything else for you. The secondaries are extremely precise with the Hipper, or even just, you know, a normal captain with secondary buff. But there is one thing, and this is, I believe, a bug. I don't think it should be like this. If you're sailing towards an enemy ship who's reversing, your secondaries will go short, and they will never hit. It doesn't matter if it's a CV, BB, or even a destroyer, but your secondaries won't hit. They will not ever hit a ship who's reversing, and I think it's a bug. It actually kind of ruins the gameplay, because you want to get close in these ships. You have to get close in these ships. But if people are reversing, like, half the firepower on your ship is just gone. So we really have to be careful of that and take it into account until they fix it. So I mean, that's kind of a dumb bug, but it's, you know, you can get around it. The main guns on this ship are, I mean, here on the tier 10, they're actually okay. As I said, they're GK guns, so they function just like the old GK's guns. But I feel like they're a little less precise. You don't get a precise aim, so you know sometimes you'll get those wonky German battleship salvos where you aim at the point, but they go, you know, in all opposite directions. Like you can see here, that is not a precise salvo, but you know at this range it doesn't matter. I've only tried the tier 9, other than this one, and I felt like the Prince Ruprecht had really inaccurate guns. So you know that's the thing to be careful of. But in my opinion, there's no reason to boost the main guns. They're not the star of the show here, so just focus on the secondaries. As we take out the Montana with our secondaries, we've taken out a Vermont, a Thunderer, and a Montana. And we've just gained 100k damage in very short time. 533 shell hits, secondary shell hits. 19 planes destroyed. I mean, I know it's a bot CV, but I've never managed to kill 19 midway planes in this game. Just a quick disclaimer, this thing is terrible. It has terrible AA, so be careful with CVs. But yeah, that was a pretty good game. 155,000 damage. I believe maybe 15,000 of that damage was against those bots. So 140,000 is that's definitely acceptable in my book. And yeah, we're just gonna see the battle details here. 155. I was quite astonished actually. Most of my games in this ship have been huge damage games. I hope they don't get nerfed. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it fun, and I certainly hope that once these ships come out fully and you can get them for free, that you grind this ship. It is so fun. The tier 9 is fun. It's not as good as the Schlieffen. You can definitely feel the guns are worse. I haven't tried the other tiers, but I'm guessing that they're just as fun as this if you like brawling and if you like getting up close. That's what I enjoy at least. So thank you guys again so much for watching. There's been a lot of growth on my channel these last couple of weeks, and I appreciate that so much. I've had a lot of help from other creators, you know who you are, and just generally people have been so nice by leaving feedback, suggestions, and overall good comments. So thank you guys so much for that. And tune in next time where we'll be taking a look at, well, I actually don't know. We'll figure that out. Thank you guys. BobLyn out.